Is be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Calvin Austin on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Steelers take over first down 2 at their own 22-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of this. Cooper DeJean with the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Finding an aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Play action here with Rodgers. Caught into the hands of Freiermuth. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And the Steelers have a first down. Warren running between the tackles. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Finds his back. Jalen Warren. Good defensive effort here. Drives him back across midfield onto their own side.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
26.
3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long. Really, I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here. Fourth down now, Rodgers. Gets it downfield on target to Metcalf. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Rodgers from the gun. That's to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
And I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers, toss on the tight ends, but when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to the link right after this. It's Steelers ball as we return for the second, and they have to be thinking points here. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. This one's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line of the play.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and netted some positive yards.
3rd and 1. Now Rodgers. That one connects. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this trap moving.
And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well...
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Steelers get the game's first points here in the second. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are perfect 1 for 1.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 11. And the Eagles
going to the ground again on 1st. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here comes Austin. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
Austin on the return. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a first down run. He picked up 7. Now we are still waiting for scoring for anybody really to get going as we hit our 2-minute warning. More football from the link coming up in just a moment. 2nd and 3 now. They stick with Gainwell. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Lofts it deep right side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Okay, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
On 4th down, it's Rodgers. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Finds him on the crossing route. Has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23.
319. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 319.
Throwing again. Rodgers. The right side, caught by Smith. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play.
258. Yeah, this.
From the red zone on 1st. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take the lead just before halftime. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Here's a designed run. Hurts. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
brings up second and
Shotgun snap for Hurts.
the 33-yard line.
He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Well, that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
First down throwing for Hurts. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
180.
He's back to throw. This one's snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. From the left hash, 54 yards out. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half. One last play before the break. Gonna go with Barkley on the counter. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Now Boswell on to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Brought down back at the 31-yard.
Hurts now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Great.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He's going to bring this down to their 35. Offense to the line fast.
33. That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 35.
On 1st down, Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. Looking quickly here.
4 yards. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
73. Man.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. He brings up 2nd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Hit applied by Keanu Benton.
A gain of 1.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So on fourth down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This a 39-yarder.
Nice to pay off any drive with some points. They able to trim the lead slightly there the first time out in the second half. And even if they can't get into pole position, they just want to keep this thing close.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here comes Austin. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. First and 10. Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. They'll cobble together a yard there. Zach Ball with the tackle.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They got 21 yards on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First down throw here by Rodgers. Dumps it off to his running back. Pass midfield to the 45. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Give him 38 on that one. And the Steelers have a first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Able to find Gainwell. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Boswell able to knock it through and add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you're looking for on the call sheet.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Tank Bigsby here with the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 before heading out of bounds. So nothing but a pair of field goals added to the board as we arrived at the end of our third quarter. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is within reach. First down from the 42. I'll start this one out with Barkley. Cuts it to the right side. line. And he scores. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now trail by just a point in the fourth. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Now, after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, here comes Austin. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. And this is Gainwell. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Rodgers set to pass. Short pass brought in. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Steelers first down.
Rodgers from the gun. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Became Metcalf, the intended receiver. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Throwing from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Eagles take over a little ways beyond midfield. They're at the 46-yard line.
Just how many times do these games at this level, Kate, come down to plays like this? In the end, you don't want to be the team making the mistakes. You want to be the one capitalizing on them. And now this offense has got a chance to do so.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. First down, a run with Barkley. And he has 7 on that run as we're down to the 2-minute warning. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Back to throw. He rolls to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
He'll look to throw it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Steelers calling their first timeout. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
Handoff headed right. Barkley. They'll fight ahead for a few. It's third down. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down.
Brings up third and 2.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up fourth down. The Steelers use their third and final timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Well, tie game, and they want to be the ones to put this away. They're going for it. Tight end going in motion here. Quick pass left side. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Look at that, no worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on fourth down. That was impressive.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Barkley again here on second. And 2 yards all he can get. It's third down. Looking to throw it. That one connects. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
A gain of 6 yards. It's fourth down.
And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout. This game now resting on the leg of Jake Elliott. This just 21 yards down the pipe. That one is good! And barring the unexpected, that's going to be your game winner.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
On the return, here comes Austin. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he